Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome back to some more RimWorld goodness. Okie dokie then. So we're now in Alpha 15. Actually this is Alpha 15c. There's been quite a lot of changes. So two of the major ones are the fact that drugs are now in the game, so you can now produce your own drugs, you can produce weed and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's actually pretty damn cool. That can really help your pawns get happy and stuff. But there's also some drawbacks. Obviously, if they take too much, they can get addicted. So got to bear that in mind. They're also good. They're also decent trade commodity as well. So that's pretty nice. The second thing is that there's now a tutorial. I've actually played the tutorial. It's okay. It just teaches you some of the basics. It doesn't really teach you any of the advanced stuff. The stuff that you need to know. But yeah, it's fine for what it is. It'll definitely help anyone who's first time playing the game, so that's fine. Alright, so we're going to try something a little different this time round, not world. Bloody hell. Game me stuff mixed up already. That's another good sign, is it? Alright. It is 10:30 in the morning, so that kind of helps. I'm still bloody asleep. Anyway, we're going to play some modded RimWorld. That's fantastic. There's a few mods that I've been waiting to get updated. Majority of them have, so I figured I'd actually do some content on it. But what I really want to try and do is I want to try it and survive in a more harsher environment. Obviously, the last few series that I've played of the game, it's been it's been in foresty areas and stuff like that. It's been fairly, well, I wouldn't say fairly easy to survive, but you know what I mean. It's a lot more easy and you haven't got to think about it as much. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and survive it on ice sheets, and that's an whole new ball game. So what we're going to do first is, as always, the Bandicam doesn't like recording when the world's generating, so as you can see we're currently recording at 1600 by 900. That will change when I actually load into the map. What I'll do is I'll cut it and then I'll upload the second episode straight after the first, because obviously I'm just going to go through the mods that we're using and whatnot, and then we'll be back to 1080 goodness that you all know and love. Alright. Obviously, if you don't even want to watch this, you can just skip straight to episode 2 if you want. You can. I'm just going to show you what mods we're using. I'm just going to show you what the colony we're going to have. Alright, so here are the mods we're using. So we are using RT's weapon pack. This is a fantastic little pack. This basically allows you to craft, trade, and use more modern weapons. So there's stuff like you can craft cold pythons, desert eagles, dual berettas. There's Scar H or Scar Hell. I can't remember which one is in there. There's there's a Chris Vector in there. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of guns. There's also some melee weapons as well, which is really nice. Stuff like the Karambit from CSGO and stuff like that. It's really cool. Really cool. We might not even get to touch this depending on how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty cool. More trade ships. This just basically makes a tad bit easier to get some more trading, especially where we are going, because ice sheets, you can't really grow anything until you get the research for it. And also there's no trees available, so you're not going to be able to get wood. You're going to have to rely on stone and whatnot. This just helps, get that extra bit of resources that we're going to need. Feed the colonists. I actually think this is essential now, because one of the things that I find annoying is that your cook is going to be cooking 24/7 near enough, especially when you've got a larger colony. So what this particular mod does is, rather than you making a simple meal each tick, let's just say, it will actually make 4 meals each tick instead. So I always thought it seemed weird that the cook would only cook for one person and then go and cook for another person. So being able to cook in bulk like that is just going to be a tad bit easier on the cook, especially if they don't have that great skill in it. So yeah, fantastic mod. We're also going to be using Muzzy's utilities. This is fantastic. So with the new pawn UI that was added in Alpha 14, one of the things that was nice about this particular mod is that you can see the mood there is in with that particular UI. So as you can see here, Martinez is currently okay, as you can see by the bar. Schmitz is so-so, a bit difficult to see because of how large she is. But as you can see, Pyra is very upset about something or another, and it's very easy to see, and it just makes it so much easier than clicking tabs to see what mood your pawns are in. So that's fantastic. Hospitality Alpha 15. This is a really nice mod as well. So what this does is in vanilla RimWorld, what happens is sometimes you'll get these trade people that want to trade. They'll stay for a little bit and then they'll go after you've done trading or whatnot. So this mod actually builds onto that, and what you can do is you can actually build guest rooms, and what that will do is if that particular group enjoyed their stay and you made them feel comfortable and whatnot, then they will actually leave some gifts for you, which is really nice. It's kind of a nice reward for trying to look after them. We might not actually get round to doing any of this because of where we're going, but it's a really nice mod, and yeah, so we're going to be using that. Quality Builder. This is also a really nice mod. I'm kind of hoping that this might actually be integrated into the main game eventually. So what this actually does is when you put an object down, some objects allow different qualities. So as you can see in the picture, there's a bed. Now obviously awful, shoddy or poor bed will actually mean that the pawns that sleep on that particular bed won't be very happy. So the only alternative you could do is disassemble it and then rebuild it and try and get to something normal or better. Well, what this mod does is it just makes that easy with one touch of a button. So what you do is you place the object down, you select what quality you want, and then what will happen is the pawn will try and construct it, and if it's less than what you've selected, it will automatically deconstruct it back and then try and reconstruct again until it gets that. It's a fantastic mod. It just makes things so much easier. A lot less fiddly. Alright, so stone cutting tweak. This is another essential one in my eyes, because with the stone cutting as it is, what you have to do is you have to add a bill to cut stone, but you have to keep selecting the blocks that you don't want to use and whatnot. It's very annoying, and what this particular mod does is very simple. It just makes those blocks on the bill as well. So what happens is, instead of me making stone blocks, clearing everything and then selecting sandstone or granite, it'll do it automatically just by clicking that, which is a lot easier. Really nice. And last but not least, efficient light. Yeah, I always loads of people have said this. The amount of electricity that the standing light takes is absurd. I mean, 75, that's a lot of electricity that it uses. This mod basically takes it to 33%, so you can actually run 3 times as many for using the same wattage. That's pretty cool. Other than that, that's all we're using. This particular one, prepare carefully. I think I'll mention this one anyway, because this one's a really nice one as well. Basically, this allows you to edit your colony the way you want it before you go in and spawn into the world. It's a bit cheese. You can kind of cheat with this and have the best kind of colonies that you want, but you can also do stuff like edit the inventories and stuff before going, which is really nice. We may use this if this run fails a little bit earlier than expected. I'm expecting it to fail. I've only played Ice Sheets twice and I've failed miserably on both, but I've got more knowledge about what to do first and what to focus on, so we'll see about that. And all the rest just incompatible with this particular version, so yeah, I don't want to go too over the top on the mods anyway. So alright, so we're going to start a new colony. We are just going to go with Crash Landed, so we'll go with that. We are going to go Rough Cassandra Classic, a nice midpoint. Not going to put permadeath mode on because we need saves, because this is a YouTube one. Seed hat. Randomised seed. Julia. Tamaria. Let's put Feng is a punker. There we go. That's a good seed. Let's generate that. Okie dokie. So we're gonna want ice sheets. So I think one of the things that I'm gonna do. So the very first time I actually played ice sheets, I decided to have one that was flat. That was a fucking stupid mistake because you've got no early access to building materials except for what you start off with because there's no trees growing. So yeah. One of the best ways I've found it, that's actually tundra anyway, but yeah, you know. Where's ice sheets? Really? Haven't I got much ice sheets on here at all? Is that ice sheets? Yeah, that's ice sheets. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, that one's fine. So, yeah, and because obviously there's no growing period, that makes things a bit more difficult as well because you can't grow your own food. So you have to kind of rely on the animals in the area. And even then, there's not really many animals in the area that you can rely on to get meat. So it does make it a bit more difficult. You have got to rely on trade more, which is the reason why we've increased the trade somewhat slightly. But yeah, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try mountainous. Okie dokie. I'm not gonna do what I normally would do. I'm not gonna randomize everything. I'm just gonna keep with the 3 that we've got, which is probably stupid an idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. So we've got an Arda here, a cave wall tender, ranch owner. She's okay at melee. She's got a burning passion for growing. She's got decent growing as well. She's not that brilliant at anything else though. She's okay crafter. She doesn't really have a passion for it though. So yeah, this isn't a great start. Oh yeah, so she'll be in a poor mood if she's in bedroom. That's too impressive. Oh, pardon me. Where did that come from? She also dislikes fancy food and prefers to eat raw, and raw food won't bother her a bit. That's actually decent. That's actually a good one to have for this particular one. But then she's got too smart, which is actually really bad because there's no way now we're going to be able to get any bedrooms on day 1 or possibly even day 2, depending on how things go. And then we got chemical interest. Anyway, we've also got Vitaly, who's a music lover, a bodyguard. He's going old gunshot on his left arm. Good lord. That increases pain by quite a bit as well. Oh, his relationship to Nada. Okie dokie, so they're both brother and sister. So we got shooting. He's actually really good at shooting animals. That's fantastic. He's actually got a passion for cooking and construction as well. That's really, really good. I'm a bit worried now because we don't have a good miner at the moment, and that's something we're going to need straight off the bat. He's also a music lover and a bodyguard. I've already gone through that. He's incapable of social. That could be a problem. He's gay. He has heat tolerant, which is not great for this. Oh dear. Yeah, he's gonna have problems, I think. We've also got bloodlust. That's not good either. Okay, so far so terrible. And then we've got Viper, who is a cave-wall tunneler and a defector. Good shooting as well, pretty decent. Not great melee, not great social either. Incapable of intellectual, artistic, or crafting. That's terrible. Good lord. Well, at least we've got a good miner. That's the plus side of that, and she's also good with animals. Decent medicine and cooking as well. Teta Taylor, okay. Not too bad idea. Not too of a bad trait even. We've got Jogger, which is also great. Increased move speed. She's cyclist sensitive though. Why is the other half vacuuming? Oh, for fuck's sake! This is the wrong time to vacuum, Bab. Oh dear. All right. Well, give me 2 ticks. Yeah, she forgot to shut the fucking front door. Oh God. So sorry about that. If you heard the vacuum in the background, I can't do nothing about it. Alright, okay, so I think I'm okay with these. You know, they could be better, but they could have been a lot worse as well. So we're going to go ahead and start. And I believe this is where I'm going to stick a cut in. And I'll see you back with 1080p. Indeedly do.